Yo, what's up? It's T Mills. I'm over here at Young Hollywood. Let's walk in and see what they have in store.
Hello to me, hello, UD, full throttle, turn it up, loud pack, burn it up, big faces, earn it, pocket straight, permit, bass knocks, this place rocks, my face numb, my jaw drops. Pocket so loud when I walk.
Let's talk about these tattoos you got here.
Okay, let's talk
What's
about
the first one you ever got?
It's one that I cannot show you. It's on my thighs right here.
All
it
right.
says stay young, and I know how young I was because I traded a sidekick for it. Yeah.
So you were like what, like
I was
15?
like 16. Yeah, like 16. I was at my friend's house, and one of his friends was at his house, and he was a tattoo artist. And I was like, yo, dude, I don't got any cash, but I got an old sidekick phone. And he's like, period, you know. And so I sat down and got my first tattoo in his kitchen.
Seems like a fair enough trade.
It's actually not that bad of a tattoo either for like what it is. I had to get it on my thighs so I could like cover it up.
From your parents,
exactly,
right? Of course.
Exactly.
Speaking of tattoos, you have a few fans who have gotten your signature tattooed on them, your face tattooed on them. Like, what's your reaction to that?
I'm a little taken back. Like, it's a crazy feeling. Like, that's dedication, you know? Someone
really
has
is.
dedicated their whole life to having me on their body. I mean, I'm flattered. It's crazy that my music or me could have that much of an impact on someone.
Speaking of dedicated fans, what's your craziest fan encounter?
There's a few. These girls, we play this nightclub in Bakersfield. You know, there's nothing to do. It's like 3 hours away. We play at like, 1:30 in the morning. And so I'm meeting people after my show, and these girls come up and they're like, yo, we got like a hotel out here. They're like, you guys gotta come back with us. We're gonna party, we're gonna do all this. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to LA. I got a studio in the morning. It's like a 2-hour drive. It's like 2 in the morning. So they leave or whatever. I'm thinking, all right, we're about to leave. I finish up my meet and greet. And we walk outside and there's like lipstick and eyeliner all over. It's not even my car. It's my radio dude who works at my record label.
Oh, the poor guy.
It's his car that he drove down, and there's lipstick and mascara and eyeliner and shit all over the car. And it says like, we love you, all this. So we're like, okay, that's cool. So we get in the car, we start driving, and then we realize that all the tires are flat. And they let like all the air out of our
guys were
tires.
stranded
They
there.
pretty much like slashed our tires so we couldn't leave.
That was like out of love, though.
It's the weirdest, most twisted thing I've ever encountered. It's like, yo, I love you so much, I want to ruin your whole night. And then they like came around like the back of the venue, like all like wasted, like stumbling in, like, oh hey, you guys are here, you guys are hanging out.
Man.
So
a night in the life of T Mills. Now you're going on an 8-week tour here with We the Kings and Breathe Carolina.
Yep.
Do you know them? Like, how did this come about?
I do. I did the Vans tour last summer. Breathe, I've known them for like 4 years through mutual friends, and they're great dudes. But yeah, we did the Vans tour last summer. It's like one big summer camp for bands and artists, and there's barbecues after the festival and everyone's hanging out. So it's gonna be cool, and I feel like it's like a different audience, I feel like it's more pop kids, so it's gonna expose me to a whole new demographic, and my new music is changing a lot, so I'm excited to go out there and play new songs. Super happy with it.
Awesome. Now, I read that your musical inspirations are kind of all over the board growing up because everyone in your family listened to different things.
Oh yeah.
But how did you incorporate rap and singing?
I would say like Bone Thugs and Harmony played a huge part. That was like the first hip-hop rhythmic music that I heard like infused with like such melody, you know what I mean? And like Bone Thugs and Harmony are like one of my favorite musical groups, and I got to hang out with Busy Bone, and that's the homie. I got like Bone Thugs lyrics tattooed on my chest, so that was like
I can only imagine.
Huge.
Awesome. Now, speaking of bumping music, where were you the first time you heard your song on the radio?
I was driving to the Roxy.
Oh, really?
The Roxy Theater, yeah. We had an LA show, and I was cruising around, and my sister called me, and I turned it on, and I started freaking out, and then I called my mom, and I called everyone. The energy that day was just incredible.
That's amazing. Now, we gotta talk about how your dad was on tour with you for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and what's funny is that he loves it, man. Like, he has so much fun, and he just kind of just sits back and watches. Like, I gotta tell my dad, like, yo, Dad, go sit down on the bus, man, because he'll be like at my merch table trying to sell shirts. He's like trying to work and stuff, and I'm like, yo, you're on vacation, chill out. He was only supposed to come out for like 5 days, but he ended up staying like 14, 16 days or something. My mom was calling me like, yo, you gotta send him home. Like, what are you doing?
The jig is up, he's gotta come home.
You know what I mean? My dad's a trooper, man.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like, nothing changes just because my dad's there, let's put it that way.
Oh man, that's scary. Now, speaking of your parents, they obviously have supported you 100%,
Definitely.
and they supported you when you were working at Starbucks, I heard. So
You did a little digging.
I did a lot of digging. I really did. Are you like a master barista?
I would say so.
Pretty good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's been, it's been a few years. Yeah, I worked at Starbucks for like 2.5 years. And I was like 16 working like the graveyard shifts.
And did you get like the most obnoxious people with their orders?
Oh
like,
my
I would
God.
like a triple this.
It is. I'm so easy now when I go into Starbucks. Like, I'm just like so chill. Like, yo, please, I know what they're going through. People will come in, it's like 5 in the morning, they'll want want like a doppel of whipped cream, and you're like, yo, what's a doppel of whipped cream? And they're like, they want their coffee at like, 186 degrees.
Oh, that's my favorite, like when they actually do the temperature.
Like, yo, I want it at 186 degrees and not anything below or higher. And you gotta like really take like a thermometer and put it there in front of them, and they'll taste it and send it back. And Starbucks policy is like, customer is always right. So I've made drinks like 3 or 4 times. Like people, I thought people just went in there just to like, see how many times.
Just to complain?
Yeah, exactly. See how many times they could complain.
Well, you have come a long, long way, obviously, from your Starbucks days. Thank you so much for coming. You are welcome back anytime.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, definitely.
The volume.